Hello, 7th graders. This is Miss Hewitt, your friendly librarian at Roosevelt Middle School. In this video, we are going to discuss how to complete Step 2 of your Pivotal Moments in U.S. History research project. We will discuss keywords and credible resources. I will also show you how to locate and access information for Step 3 of the research project. So let's say this is my primary source for my project. I've been given the topic and the date, School Integration 1954. What I need to do is to learn about who, what, where, when, why, and how of this event so I can explain why this was a pivotal moment in U.S. history and also be able to explain what principle of democracy this image represents. I've already made observations and questions about this image. For example, I noticed that the students are saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I noticed there are students of color and white students in the same room. I wondered, where is the teacher? What school was this? Were all schools integrated in 1954? Why is this a pivotal moment in U.S. history? How does this event impact my life today? After I know what I want to learn, I need to think about how to learn it. This is step 2 of the research process, information seeking strategies. I will have to think about where to find information that will answer my questions. I want to be efficient and I want the best information possible. And I bet I know what you're thinking. Just Google it. But stop right there. Google is not the best strategy, and let me tell you why. I could use Google to find information fast, but there's so much to look at it might waste my time. I would have to sift through a lot of stuff, and you never know what kind of information you'll run into. There's a lot of misinformation on the internet, and it's not always easy to figure out what is true. A better strategy for finding academic information is to use library resources. The library subscribes to databases. These are like Google, except the library pays to use these resources. So think about a time when you got something for free. It might not have been the best quality, right? Google is like that, a free resource. Quality information might be found that way, but it's a lot more work. That's why, my friends, the library's resources are much better. Databases contain quality information because libraries pay to use it. It's up to date and the facts are checked. Our savvy Anoka Hennepin libraries have created a LibGuide for you to use that has access to our databases in Anoka Hennepin. This is the best place to go for this research project. Before I start looking for answers to my questions, I need to think about what keywords to use in my searches. Any word you might use to search for information is called a keyword. Keywords are a lot like hashtags. When you use a hashtag, you are making things related to that topic easier to find. Using those tags or keywords makes finding information much easier. That is why it's not a good idea to search a whole sentence. Remember the magic rule of searching. The more you type, the less you find. The less you type, the more you find. We don't want to be too specific, but we also don't want to be too broad. So with my image in mind, here are a few possible keywords I could search. So obviously, I could start with school integration. I could think about that word too and think about what's the opposite of the word, or what's another way to say this word. So another way to say it might be school desegregation. Another word, I could try school 1954, what was happening in schools in 1954. I could type in racial inequality in schools and find out what the history on that is. I could try the opposite, racial equality in schools. Now, if I don't know much about my topic now, that is okay. If I can't think of a lot of keywords, that's fine. Because as you search, you're going to think of more keywords related to the topic because you'll be learning more about your subject. So after doing some searching, I might come up with additional things to search. For example, for this picture, I might learn about the Supreme Court ruling on Brown versus Board of Education. That would be a related topic, related keywords that I could search for my image. So once I have a bunch of keywords figured out, I know where I'm going to go, we can actually start step 3 of the research process, which is locating and accessing that information. And we've already talked about that one of the best places to find information is your library, and our Anoka Hennepin librarians have created a LibGuide for you to help you find information for this research project. So you want to go to the LibGuide address. And here it is. Here's the LibGuide. It has resources linked for you on the main page in order of the big 6 steps for research. It has the Wonder Wander presentation. If you want to go through that, you can see what your picture was again and the event and the date. It has the grading rubric, the glossary. It's got some of the different assignments that you'll be doing all in the LibGuide. What we're going to focus on right now for step 3, locating and accessing, is the e-resources page. These are databases that we pay for that will be helpful to you. They contain quality information. My favorite resource, and probably the resource you'll want to start with, is U.S. History in Context. So we're going to click on that to go there. This is an amazing database. It will probably have everything that you need for this project. You only need 2 resources for your project, and I bet you can find them this one-stop shop. So I recommend starting here. So I'm going to type in one of my keywords, school integration, and you'll notice as I'm typing, it's going to come up with some other things that are related, some hashtags, if you will, that are related to my topic. I'm just going to go with my topic and search that. And what it's going to do is it's going to compile all sorts of different kinds of resources together for me about school integration. So in the reference, these are like encyclopedia articles. It has an article on school integration. I can click on that. And it gives me the option to listen to this article being read to me, which is really helpful. Here's the article. On the right-hand side, it has some really helpful tools, and it has related subjects. These are additional keywords that you could try about your topic. So in reading this article, in 1954 in Brown versus Board of Education, the Supreme Court reversed the court's 1896 Plessy versus Ferguson decision, effectively ending federal tolerance of racial segregation. I think that's really helpful to me, and I'm like, oh, I need to write this down, I need to record this. What you can do is you can highlight things and take notes right in the database. So now that sticks out to me and I can record that in my notes later. So reading this article, there's lots of good stuff here. This is just background information. Okay, let's go back. In addition to reference articles, it also has biographies, books about people, or articles about people, so people who are involved, the who of school integration. Below that, we've got primary sources, so actual documents, photographs, images of the time. These might be additional things you would want to include in your book page. Below that, we have magazine articles about school integration. You want to be careful here because we search school integration. We're talking about school integration in the US, not Northern Ireland, so skip that one. Okay, the newspapers are here. You can even watch a video on your topic. There's academic papers. These are going to be written at the college level. You might want to stay away from those if that's going to be too complicated for you. We've got audio files. We've got information about Supreme Court cases down here. These are all sources that you could use. They could be 2 of your sources could come from here. Okay, well, let's go back to that integration article because that was really good. There's good stuff here. Let's say I love this article, I'm going to use it as one of my sources. It's super simple to cite this article. All you have to do is click on Citation Tools over here, and the MLA citation is right there. We're just going to select that bad boy, copy and paste it into the citations page of your notes, and you are done with your citation. Super simple. So I highly recommend using the Gale U.S. History in Context database. This is a wonderful place to start. If you want to try some of the other e-resources on the LibGuide, you are welcome to do that as well. So thank you for watching this video about step 2 of the research process. If you have any questions, feel free to talk to your librarian. They would love to help you. Have a great day.